On the previous video, I went over how to open up Scribble on a web page and start taking notes through highlighting and sticky notes. The video before that just talked about the basic process of having the Scribble toolbar and opening it up on a page to be able to use it. So now from here, we're going to talk about when you actually start a Google document. Now on your Chromebooks in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to have that blue piece of paper to be able to create your Google Doc. But right now I'm just in my Drive and I'm going to go to New Google Doc. But it looks like that. It looks like a blue icon there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. If you don't have that, then just go ahead and go to your Drive. Remember, anytime you're at your email, this little 9-pin here, you can click on that as well on any page of Google and get to your Docs as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Docs. When I click on the plus sign, that's how I start a new document. And now I want to be able to use the Scribble information that I have in my library into my document. The first thing I need to make sure is that I have the Scribble Writer add-on. If you do not have this here, you would have to go down to Get Add-ons, and then you would just simply type the word Scribble. Once you've typed it, it will give you the option for Scribble Writer. You would click on Scribble Writer and install it. As you can see, mine says Manage. So now it would be right here, and then you would be able to click it and add it into your add-ons. Once it was done adding, it would pop up here saying it's complete. So now that my Google add-on of Scribble Writer is done, I would go to Scribble Writer and start. Now if you just installed it, it will ask you to connect it to your Scribble library. Just follow the steps that it goes through. It's relatively simple. But I did go through these steps in class, and anyone who was absent, I made sure that I took time to go ahead and go into it and install them on everybody's computer. So once your Scribble Writer loads, you are going to see all your resources here that you went to online. They're all going to be saved. Now you can search through these or basically scroll. You don't even have to, once you have all your resources, if you just want to access them through Google Docs, you can. So basically, let's say that I want to go to this resource, I can click on this icon here and it'll open up a tab and it'll go to that actual resource that I was at and open that Scribble tab for me in case, let's say that I didn't get enough information and I want to go back and look at it and read it. The plus sign is if I want to add this to my bibliography. That's not going to do anything to this screen. This is going to do something in my actual library, like the Scribble library. And then the caret here is to browse my annotations. That's my sticky notes and my highlighting. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now if it doesn't pop up with this information, what you need to do then is just to X out of this, the Scribble Writer, go back to add-on Scribble Writer and start it again, and then it should work. Refreshing or closing the tab always works for me. So here is my highlighting. This is a direct quote. I can click Show More if I want to see everything that was in that direct quote. Now let's say that I'm writing my essay, and this is the point where I want my quote. Wherever it's flashing, when you click on the plus, it will insert the quote into your text. You'll also notice that it does the citation at the end and makes it as a link. Now there is one thing that I do not like about Scribble, and that is the period. So at the end of your quote, if you just delete that period and add it to the end of the citation, that is actually the appropriate spot for punctuation. This is something that I'm going to give them feedback about because in MLA citation, you have the direct quotes, citation, and then the period at the end. Okay, so now you have your quote in there. You can also see that I had a summary, my sticky note here. If I wanted to insert that, I can insert my comment. So let's pretend that I actually wrote a summary of this information down here. Now, I can do one of two things. I can put that summary in there, but you can also see I highlighted this. Now it says that I entered this already in as a quote, but I really didn't. I just deleted it. But initially I did put it in there, and you'll see it here pop up. I had my thing here, so let's pretend that I wanted to put this quote in. And as you can see, it just put it right where my one item was. You also see at the bottom that it will start to include the different citations based on what it is that you added. But I'm not going to go ahead and include that because the same citation anyway, as you notice, it won't reapply that citation because it's already been added once. I can use that caret to go back. Let's say that I want to go back to my PDF. I can go ahead and open this up. Let's say that I'm typing more. And now I am ready for a quote. So here, I can go down here where I highlighted, and I can click my Insert Quote, allow it to load, and you'll notice that my quote will pop up here. And then you'll notice down here it cites it. Now I don't know why this just went all the way up, but it's not a perfect system. Sometimes when this happens, you just have to move that works cited back onto its own page. But you will notice that it did put it on this page, and now you have your citation again. Another thing it doesn't do is center your works cited, so just remember to click in front of it. And then if you go to the More item, you can click on those center lines and then center align it. And that's what your works cited page will look like. You can fix any little things that happen to be broken as far as spacing or spelling, because sometimes when it comes from another website, it kind of messes up. You can see here that this came from this website. You want to go ahead and get rid of this period and add it to the end of the citation. And you can see here that they had a citation in this quote. If things like this happen, you can get rid of this and just say your exact quote and then do the PDF, because this stuff is cited within the actual PDF. So that's how you add those. And let's say you actually wrote a paraphrase here. And so let's say you want to do your paraphrasing up here. You can go ahead and insert comment. And then the comment, as you can see, was just typed in here. Obviously, it would actually be your paraphrase for the project or summary. It wouldn't be those words. So that's how you can add information. Also, you can just use this for your notes. You can just sit here and take notes on this and then just move them into your document so you have them all there. And then you can go through them and start using them. And then you don't have to worry about it. Again, let's go down here. Let's say that I want to add this one. And so I open my caret. I don't have any citations in this one. I'm trying to look to see if I have annotations anywhere. So I have one here. So I'm going to go ahead and add this at the end. This is just me practicing. Hit the plus. It'll insert my quote. It'll insert my citation. And if you go down, you'll see it actually even put it in alphabetical order. So it didn't even put it at the end of this. So it does the citation exactly how it is that you want it done. So that's the way you can use Scribble Writer to help you when you are taking notes. So you can just take it directly right on the screen of whatever the source is. You can write it all here and then open it up in Google Docs. So if you're going to use Google Docs for your note-taking, or if you're writing a research paper, just make sure that you label it beginning with research project, and let's say this is your notes, and works cited page. So now you're all organized. Now if you're going to actually turn this into a research paper, then you can just name it research project, research paper. And then again, this information you can share with me. If you click on this, you can type in my email, bodingk@billingschools.org. And then you can hit send. It should show an icon for me. And then when you look up here, once you have shared it with somebody, it should show that is shared. However, I am that person, so it's private to only me because I am Bodine K.